Hello everyone, this is Gajanan Jaide. Welcome back. This is the third video from the series Learn Chess from the Scratch. And in this video, we are going to learn how each and every piece moves. So basically, we are going to know our army. So are you ready? Okay. So on the chessboard, you are seeing this piece. Let's start with that piece. In the first video, I had said that this piece is known as the king. Yes, this piece is known as the king, and king is the most important piece in the game because if the king gets trapped or he dies, the game gets over. Okay, so let's see how does he move. Okay, so a king is a very slow piece. He moves in all the direction. Now there are three directions in chess. One is the standing line, the vertical line, what we call a file. Okay, second direction is this horizontal line. The horizontal line on chessboard are known as ranks, and third direction is the slanting line, which is known as the diagonal. Okay, so file, rank and diagonal, these are three directions in chess, and those are the directions in which the pieces will move. Okay, so the king moves in all those three directions. He moves in vertical line, up, down. He moves in horizontal line, left and right. He also moves in slanting lines, diagonally. Yeah. And as I told you, the king is a very slow piece. He can only move one square at a time. Okay. So if he wants to go here, he can go. He will move like that. For example, let's move him here. Okay. If he wants to go on B7, I have taught you how to name the squares. He will take two moves. First he will go here and then he will go to the B7 square. As the king is a very slow piece, he can only move one step at a time. Clear? Simple. King moves in all the direction and he moves only one step at a time, only one square at a time. So how does he capture? How does he kill other pieces? Let's see that. Let's put a opponent's pawn over here, here, and here, and here. Okay. Let's see how the king is killing. King can just go to that square and kill that pawn. He can move in all the direction and only one step at a time, so he can go and kill it. He can go here and he can just kill this pawn. Then he can just kill this pawn. That's it. The king moves in all the directions and he can only move one step at a time. So let's just move the king around. Okay. So that's it for the king. Let's move on to our next piece, and that is this one. Look at that piece closely. Observe that piece. That piece is known as the rook. R-O-O-K, rook. So how does a rook move? A rook moves in vertical lines and horizontal lines. So he moves along the files and along the ranks. Let me draw the lines for you. Up, down, right and left. Unlike the king, the rook is very fast piece. So he can move to any square he wants in the particular direction. If he wants to go to c4, he can go to b4, he can go to a4, He can move to e4, f4, g4, h4. He can even go to d5, d6, d7, d8, d3, d2 and d1. Yeah, simple. So let's just move the rook around. He moves to d1. From d1 he can go to h1. From h1 he can go to h8. He can even go to h4. Then he can go to a4. He can go to a6. Then he can go to e6. Like that. Okay. Now how does a rook kill? Or how does he capture? Let's keep opponent's pawn in the way. Okay. So to capture a pawn, the pawn has to be in the attacking line of the rook. So right now our rook can kill this pawn easily because it's on the left side and it is the direction in which the rook moves. We just saw. So let's go and kill that pawn. Okay. Now rook can kill the b3 pawn. Now this is very important that I want to tell you. Rook cannot jump over the pawns and pieces. So now if the rook wants to go to b2 square or b1 square, he can't do that. He has to first kill this pawn. He has to make the move. He has to finish that move. Then only he can go to b2. For example, he first has to kill the pawn and then only he can go to b2 if he wants. Okay, let's go back to b3 again, because from b3 now we can kill one pawn on g3. So let's just go and kill that pawn. Next kill the g1 pawn. Now let's kill the g7 pawn. So that's how the rook is killing the pawns. Yeah, by the way, these are known as pawns. Okay, we'll see how they move later. Let's go on to the next piece. Observe that piece carefully. Okay, that piece is known as a bishop. Bishop, B-I-S-H-O-P, bishop. How does he move? So he moves in the slanting line direction. That means diagonals. Do you remember the slanting lines? Like this, like this. So he is moving in the slanting line, and he is also a fast piece, so he can go to any square he wants in that particular direction. For example, he wants to go to e5, he will go. If he wants to go to f6, he can directly go there. If he wants to go to g7, if he wants to go to h8, he can directly jump to those squares. Can go to b6, a7, c3, b2, a1, anywhere he wants in the directions e3, f2 or g1. Anywhere he wants he can go, even on c5. Simple. That's how the bishop moves. Let's just move around the bishop. f6. From f6 he can move to even d8. From d8 he can again come to b6, or he can go to a5. Yeah. From a5 he can go to c3, he can go to e1, he can go to g3, and that's how the bishop will keep moving. Okay. Now next, let's see how the bishop kills. It's same like the rook. Bishop cannot jump over pawns and pieces. So let's keep some opponent's pawn in bishop's way. Okay. Now this bishop can kill the pawn on d4 because it is in the way of his line of attack. it cannot directly kill the b6 pawn. It first has to kill this pawn because bishop cannot jump over the pawns. He has to kill, or he has to find another way to the b6 square. So let's see how he does that. So yeah, he can just go and kill the pawn. Now he can go kill this pawn, then again he can kill the pawn on d8, he can kill the pawn on g5. See, this is a diagonal. I am moving the bishop in the diagonal, and he can again kill the h4 pawn. Got it? Okay. So let's move on. That's it for the bishop. So we have seen the rook, the bishop, and the king. Yeah. Now let's go and see the the strongest piece in the chess, and that is the queen. You must have heard of her. The queen is the strongest piece in chess. Why? Because she can move like a rook and a bishop. Yes, that means she can move like a rook in files, vertical lines, and in ranks, horizontal lines, and also like a bishop, so in diagonals as well. So you see, the queen is controlling a lot of squares. Probably she is controlling the most number of squares, unlike any other piece. That's why queen is known as the most, or we can say the strongest piece in the chess. Okay. Now it's same. She can move to any square she likes in one move. G4, H4. She can move in here, here. G7, H8. She can move to D5, D6, D7, D8, like that. D3, D2, D1, E3, F2, G1. Yeah, that's how. Let's just try moving the queen here and there. Queen A7, let queen H7, let's move her down. G7, D7, D1, A4. That's it. That's how the queen moves. Now let's see how the queen kills or captures the enemy pieces. Now again, let me tell you, queen cannot jump over any piece or any pawns. Yeah. So let's keep pawns in between the queen's path so that she has to kill it. Okay. Let's start killing those pawns with the queen. Queen can go in the horizontal line, so she can just go and kill the c4 pawn, but she has to stop there. Then she can go and kill the e4 pawn, she can go and kill the g4 pawn, she can go and kill the g2 pawn. See, the queen is moving in her directions, either up, down, left, right, or in slanting lines. She is killing in the f3 pawn, c6 pawn, and then she is killing the a8 pawn, like that. Okay. Very important rule I want to tell you is, even the queen or any other piece like rook, bishop, they cannot jump over pawns and pieces. Let it be our pawns as well. Okay, so we have to find another way. If the queen wants to go to, let's say, f3 square, she can't go because there is a pawn in between. The queen cannot jump over this pawn. Yeah, so she has to find another way. Let's say she first comes to a3, she makes a stop, and then she can go to f3. Okay, so that's how the queen moves. Let's go to the next piece, and that's the trickiest piece in chess. Yeah, the knight. Look at that piece and say knight 5 times to remember that that piece is known as the knight. Knight, the knight. Okay. So this is the trickiest piece in chess. Lots of players struggle to understand the movement of knight, but it's not that difficult. Let's understand how the knight moves. Okay. So the knight moves in L directions, or we can say he moves in 2.5 steps. Now what are 2.5 steps? Let me explain. First of all, let's see that the knight moves in vertical line up, down, left and right. Okay, that's it. But how does he move? If he is moving upwards, he will take one step, he will take second step, and we are calling 2.5. So the half step means from there, if he is going up, he is gonna take either right side or the square on the left side, and that is your 2.5 step. Okay, let me tell one more time. So this is 1, 2. So he was going up, that's why on the half step will be on the right here, 2.5, or left. It's up to the knight where he wants to go. Okay, similarly let's go down. If he is going down, 1, 2. Now since he was going down in the straight direction, then the half step will be on the right or left. Okay, so 2.5, 2.5, that's the half, 2.5 step. Okay, now let's go on the right and left. So if he is going on the right, so 1, 2. Now since he is going in the horizontal line, the half step will be up or down here, 2.5, 2.5 step, up or down. Now similarly let's go to left side, 1, 2, and since he is going in the horizontal line, again the half step will be up or down in the vertical line. So 2.5 and 2.5. Okay, so let me just remove everything else and let me just keep 2.5 step squares. Okay, so those are all the squares the knight can jump to. Now I'm saying the word jump. Yes, the knight can jump over all the pieces. Yeah, let's cover the knight. Let's surround the knight with enemy pawns. Yeah, it doesn't matter for the knight will still jump on his destination square. So all those 2.5 are his destination squares. He can jump there directly, he can go directly there, c2, b3, b5, c6, e6, f5. Yeah, so that's how the knight is moving. Let's move him to e6. Now he is open for next 2.5 squares. So 1, 2, 2.5, 2.5. So he can go either here or here, and like that he increases his scope. Okay, now how does the knight kill? He can directly go and kill opponent's pieces, whoever is standing in his destination square. Okay, so for example, let's keep the knight here, let's keep a pawn here, then here. here. And now let's see, can the knight kill the pawn? Let's try to go up 1, 2 and 2.5. So yeah, that is the destination square for our knight. So he can just go and kill that pawn. Now can he kill the other pawn? Let's see. Let's try to go in the right direction. 1, 2, up and down. No one is standing there, so he can't go and kill this pawn right now. Let's try in the up direction. So 1, 2 and 2.5. So yeah, one of the pawn is standing in the destination square of the knight, so we can just go and grab that pawn. And now let's see, can he kill the last pawn? So 1, 2 and yes, 2.5. So he can just come and grab that pawn. So I hope you understood how the knight moves. Okay, so for practice, what you will do is, if you are confused in the knight movements, I want you to do this task. Keep your knight on a1 and take him till the h8 square. Okay, try to do it. For example, he first moved b3, then maybe to c5 and so on. Your task is to take the knight to the h8 square. Yeah. You can practice this on leechess.org. I will give you the link in the description. Just go there and practice. Okay. So that's it for the pieces. And now the last thing that is remaining is this. We will call this a pawn. Okay. We start with 8 such pawns on the chessboard. Okay. So how does a pawn move? So a pawn moves in straight line and only towards the opponent. So what does that mean? Let me just keep black pawns as well. Okay. So the pawns move in front direction, straight line, and only towards the opponent. That means he is going to move like this. Okay. So he is going to move in straight line. Now, is the pawn a fast piece or slow piece? It is a slow piece. So he will only move one step at a time. Okay. One step in forward direction. Now there is a special rule in chess that says that if your pawns are on second rank, yeah, if your pawns are on second rank, that means if you are white and if your pawns are on the second rank, that means the starting rank, we will call it as starting rank. That's where the pawns start when we start the game. Okay. And if you are playing black, the pawns start from the 7th rank. So that is the starting rank for black's pawn. Okay. So the special rule says if your pawn is on the starting rank, they can move 2 steps in the front direction. Yeah, that's the special rule of pawns. They can move 2 steps when they are on their starting rank. Okay, once they are out of their starting rank, they are somewhere else, they will always move 1 step forward. Yeah, only 1 step forward. Okay. Similarly for white, they can move 2 steps in the start, but once they leave their starting rank, they can only move 1 step forward at a time. Okay, when they are on their starting rank, they can also move one step, so don't be confused. They can move one step and also they can move two steps when they are on starting rank. It's up to you. You are the king of the game. So if you want your pawn to move two steps and your pawn is on the starting rank, you can do that. But if you want your pawn to move one step, you can still do that. Okay? So that's how the pawn will move. Now for pawns, the way they move and the way they kill is different. Let's see how. Let's keep the pawns here. Let me take this pawn two steps. Let me take this pawn two steps. Now, can the pawn kill in straight line like this? No. The pawn cannot kill in straight line. The pawn will only kill diagonally, okay, in slanting line, and that too in only forward slanting line, here or here. Okay, so for example, if opponent's pawn reaches here on the square of the line of attack of pawn, the pawn can kill the pawn like that, cross. Okay, let's try one more time. Pawn comes forward, white can just kill this pawn, and now again black can also kill the white pawn. This pawn can just kill this pawn. Yeah, let's see this. Now this pawn can just kill this pawn. F3 pawn can kill E4 pawn, and that's how the pawn kills. They kill in the slanting line. Yeah, slanting line, and that too in forward slanting line, one step only. For example, if the pawn is on b6 and our pawn is on d4, our pawn cannot go and kill the b6 pawn. That's not possible. Only if the pawn is on c5 or pawn is on e5 or anyone, not only pawn. Let's keep a bishop here. The pawn can just kill the bishop. Let's keep a knight over here. The pawn can kill the knight. Let's put a rook over here. The pawn can kill the rook. Let's put a queen over here. The pawn can kill the queen. Okay. So yeah, that's how the pawn kills. So we are pretty much done with our piece movements. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comments and I will try to clear your doubt. So I hope you like this video, and in the next video I'm going to explore like some special rules in chess. How can we kill? And there are some special rules like castling, en passant, pawn promotion. Yeah, so all those rules will be covered in the next video. So yeah, I hope you like this video and I hope you get something out of it. Thank you very much.